All right, media day. We are talking 10-6A. We are talking with Marcus Shavers, head coach over at North Forney. Coach, you had year one over there at North Forney, and you got them 2 rounds deep, just like they did the year before. Talk about your first year at North as a Falcons head coach, what you took out of it, and what you're hoping to build on that for the next couple of years here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me on here, man. First of all, it was fast and furious. I got the job at the end of April. We got in the program, had to hire coaches, had to make sure we had equipment that we needed to go build a program. So we really got going in June, and thankful for the UIL giving us those hour a day that you can go work out because we really utilized that throughout the summer to make sure that we were ready to go at the beginning of the season, and then we took off. I mean, our kids came to work every day. They bought into it. They bought into the culture that we were trying to build, and it was a continuous, and it still is today, a continuous work in progress. But they competed. I think that was the biggest thing. A group of guys, we're in a fast growth area in Forney, Texas right now, and it's a fast growth school district, fast growth high school, and you had a lot of guys that had been playing together for a long time, and then you had some new coaches, and you had some new players, and you had to gel that and create that chemistry and that culture to go beat programs who are known for their culture. So I'm just proud of the way they went out there and competed to try to lay the foundation for what we're trying to do going forward.
Well, you bring up competing, and that's what you did. You did right to the end of a lot of these games, especially in district play with Heath and Forney and Rockball. It was shootout, and you had to compete to the very last second until that last 0-0 showed up there. How proud of you guys were, because these aren't games that you could afford to lose in. You still make the postseason in a 7-team district, and you guys still went right down to the wire here.
Yeah, you got to bring it every week in this district. I think there's a lot more parity than probably people would give you credit for. Our players from Longview maybe being the exception, but the players from in the teams from Longview down to Royce City. I mean, everybody has good players on their football team, and all of these teams have really dynamic and good football coaches. And so to be able to go and win the games that we won in the fashion that we won was a testament to our players. We got really good football players and really good coaches who it was important to. And I think if we can continue to build on that, we'll have a chance to continue to compete. But I expect everybody in this district, including us, to be better. And in a district like that, which I'm no stranger to, you got to be ready to play football every week.
Yeah, well, you talk about everybody has good players. Some of us have great players. And when you talk about some of us have legends, and you have one at the quarterback position, and he's got a slew of receivers to get it to if he – with that dual threat, he can take off running. But dadgummit, the receivers you got on this squad and Legend Bay back there behind center, you got to be excited about your offense. Talk a little bit about your offense right now.
Absolutely. It's a luxury, first of all, to have Charles Hitchens as our offensive coordinator. He's the one that gets this thing structured and organized and allows us to play complementary football with those guys. Legend Bay, in my opinion, is one of the more dynamic football players that I think's ever played Texas high school football, and he's going to have a chance his senior year to really go out and stamp that as one of the best that have ever suited up on a Friday night. But you mentioned the receivers. I mean, we have a slew of guys that we can get the football to. Elijah Otiano being a returning receiver for us, a Wake Forest commit. Bryson Thrower, who in my opinion is the top, receiver in a 27 class in the country. There's not anything that he can't do. And then you go on to talk about Braden Fleming, and then you go on to talk about, slot receivers like Quay, like Speedy B. I mean, we got some guys that we can really, really and truly get the ball to. And they've done a good job this spring and this summer really trying to figure out what is it that we do well when it comes to throwing the football. And Legend's gotten real improved so much on distributing the football to those guys. And him understanding the importance of distributing the football, the way defenses are going to play us this year, if he's able to distribute the football at a high level, it's going to cause people problems.
What about defensively? What are you looking at defensively as your strengths, and maybe something that you're kind of these next 2 weeks of practices you're trying to worry about? Okay, who's going to step up here?
Yeah, I think our secondary, the four guys that we got starting in the back end are probably as good a four as anywhere I've ever been personally. You look at the corners with with Deuce, and then a guy that you're going to be hearing a lot about this season in Aiden Minger at the corners. Both of those guys are complete corners. They tackle, they cover, they play zone, they play man. Our safeties being Bryson Fleming and Josiah Turner. Those two guys back there, Josiah, both of those guys are returning starters with a lot of experience playing and learning how to play within the new defense. It's been awesome. They're out there working right now on their own. And so that's where the strength of our defense is, in my opinion. I'm concerned about the depth back there. We got to make sure that we can get a number 5 and a number 6 ready to go because it's a long season. I'm stoked about our front 7. I think that our inside linebackers starting off with those guys in there are going to be really, really good. At the linebacker position across the board, you got Malik playing the Mike backer. You'll have Darian Hudson or Ahmad Alexander playing the wheel linebacker. Kobe Jackson, J.M.B. Williams playing at the outside linebacker position. So stoked about where we're at the linebacker spot. And then up front, we return everybody. We'll have Garcia back at the nose. We'll have Desmond Bryan back. And so, we're going to be really, really stout up front, playing in that tight front. So I'm excited about where we're at defensively. The biggest concern probably is going to be depth of the secondary.
Well, the thing your fan base is excited about is they ain't going to have to gas up their car too much. 7 home games at that sweet stadium. Talk about how that's going to be an advantage of you, especially first 5 at home. You really get to let the fans know what they have to see, and then you can kind of carry that into district play as well.
Yeah, we got the first 7 at home. And we're excited about it. I think we've spent a lot of time this offseason talking about taking pride at home. And every person, coach and kid in our program, all has a sense of what it's like to take pride in your home. We talk about our home being our place of peace and the place that we want to protect and all of those kind of things. And so the way that they play, approaching the mentality of playing a home game the same way they would as if they were sitting at their house and they wouldn't let somebody come in their front yard and disrespect them. And so it's a pride thing here. We played 3 games in this stadium since it's been built. We hadn't lost one. So, it's something that we're trying to keep alive, and it's about pride. It's about pride at North Forney High School. It's about pride at North Forney football. We got a real opportunity to go put that pride on display in front of our fans by the way we play at home.
Excellent. Hey, we're looking forward to going out there. I know Dixie will be out there, week 2, right, to see his boys take you guys on. So good luck this season. Thank you for joining me, Coach.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.